It's Saturday morning. You know what time it is. What's the word for the day?
Look, y'all need to see the behind the scenes because before we get live, Regina be on one.
Well, you know what? I've came to the conclusion that I need to go live as much as I can and just kind of express some things that have been on my mind. And,
But you wasn't live today, and you was expressing some things
well,
that was
I
on
mean,
your
but I was
mind.
getting ready.
Oh, okay.
I
So
was getting
this
ready.
practice.
Practice makes perfect.
All
Practice
right.
make perfect. That's what my dad used to always tell me.
And he right.
Practice makes
Perfect.
perfect.
Well, what's up, everybody? It's Saturday morning. Happy Saturday. I'm excited to be here this morning. God woke me up, and I'm ready.
You know the thing about it, every day you got to wake up and be ready. Wake up to win every Saturday morning or every morning, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Thank God for opening your eyes and just thank God that you're here. Too many
Yeah.
people are pushing up daisies, meaning that they're laying in the casket and they're not walking around town anymore.
Yeah.
They're either walking around heaven or walking around hell. Let me say it again. They either walking in heaven, seeing their loved ones, or walking in hell.
Well, you got two choices.
You got two
Them the
options.
two choices. Them the two options. I thank God that my name is written in heavenly places. I ain't going to hell. Thank you, Lord. I'm
So,
excited today, though.
so we had a conversation this morning. We came in. I said, well, I made a comment. And I said, what happens in the pod stays in the pod.
Yeah, we podcasting like this pod pimping. Pod pimping.
But you know how you get up in the morning and you bring things that's on your mind and things happening. You bring that to your work or to your job or your gig or whatever whatever you do, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling our producer, Santi, what's your last name?
Lucas. He ain't on yet.
I know.
You looking over there at him like he here.
But
Asante
so
Lucas.
I know
Yes.
that. I know that. So what happens in the pod stays in the pod because
For
now,
real.
when you start feeling at home, we're at home now.
Yeah,
We
real
realize
comfortable.
we so comfortable now. I think I just say what the hell I want to say now, don't I?
Well, you say that anyway.
No, I don't.
I mean,
No.
it's not like this is something new.
But I hold back. I do. I hold back on some things because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, or maybe the queen shouldn't say that, or I shouldn't do this. But now, I'm at the point now. Get up in the morning. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna say what I say and say what I mean.
Well,
But Sandy, don't be ever take it personally when I say something though. If I say something,
I'm trying to
Out
understand
of
how he
context.
get a disclaimer. I don't get a disclaimer.
because me and you from the hip. I mean, sometimes when you from the hip, when you from the hip with a person,
I just
that's
don't even know.
automatic.
I just don't even know.
That's automatic. So when you to the hip,
We at the hip.
we're the hip.
We Siamese twins.
Yeah, we Siamese twins. We
Oh, okay.
not identical,
Oh,
but
okay.
Siamese twins.
All right, then.
You can say what you want, do what you want. You know.
I
You be like,
can't-
oh, here she go.
I can't do that though.
Why?
I can't just say what I want. do
No,
what
you
I
can't
want.
because you got that. You the therapist. You Dr. T. You churchy.
Churchy. You know what? I'll take that this morning. I will take
churchy.
that this
I call her
morning.
churchy. When you
I'm okay.
churchy, then you know.
I'm okay with churchy. I love that. Associate
so-
me with the church. That's what I'm talking about. So what's up? What's up? We talking about
Churchy.
The word of the way. Now she calling me churchy, y'all. So you know what? That's not hurting my feelings though. Like most people may get offended, but I don't get offended. Associate with me with the church because the Bible said that Jesus gave his life for the church. So associate me with the church. Okay, Regina?
So let's talk about church.
Let's talk about it.
So I have a problem when people act one way in their church home,
Mm,
but then when you see them other places, they're a whole different person. I need to see, they're one way at church,
mm-hmm.
but when they come in your face, they're another way.
So they a chameleon, huh? So they
What's it-
change up. They change up on you.
Oh, I gotta, Lord, please deliver me this morning. My mouth want to just cuss so much.
You know, thank you, Lord. I thank you for that prayer this
We need to pray this morning. Can you pray for me right quick?
Lord, please help Regina and her mouth. Let her guard her words. Let them be seasoned and let them not be hasty and harsh in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So, unfortunately, people do I guess you want to say that they live two lives. Like they may live one life at church and they may live one life with their family and out in the community. And sometimes that is, first of all, doing that, that shows a person that you're not really trustworthy. Like they don't trust who you don't know who they're going to be today. And then that's also difficult if you really are really wanting to be right with God, really wanting to live a godly life. And so now people looking at you like, I can't trust you. I don't want the God you got if you come cussing me out here, but yet you at church raising your hand. So it matters how we represent God and ourselves. So when you're two different people, you give the world a different, outlook on what that really looks like, what Christ really looks like. Because
What's
he's
up?
not double minded. Christ is not like that. He is who he is. He's the same today as he was yesterday and be same tomorrow.
So that reminds me of when you gotta wear different hats. You can be um, you can be the doctor at your doctor's office, right? Whether you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, a dentist, a physician, gynecologist, whatever you are, with a
Mm-hmm.
therapist, doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go to your home, you got your family life, right?
So you just
And then when
you
you got
just
your
your
church,
name. You
you,
just
you
your
got
family.
you got different hats you wear,
So different roles, right?
but
You
different
right.
roles. But now you cut me off.
All right.
But so let me just say this. So, but what the way I'm thinking is when say when a man is married and he has two or three wives and he in different cities, that's the people I'm talking about. I know I went to the extreme, right?
Like different wives.
I mean, no, I'm just saying you saying it's different when you
Well, what
when you
country are we
right.
in? Because
No, but
in
you
some
got people.
countries you can have more than one
Well, see,
wife.
I'm probably watching too much TV.
Yeah, you stop it.
But you got one life
Yeah.
where you might be a husband in this state, husband in another state, or you got two or three wives and you live in different lives, right?
In the United
Right.
States,
In the United States,
you
my
going to
wife is too
jail.
much. But
Polygamy is
still,
not lawful
but
here.
still, I'm just saying that's what some people do. But it's
Okay.
the extreme. It's not. It's like just like that. It's not like having two or three husbands, two or three wives. But that's how some people think. You don't know where the heck they're coming from. And we talked about that person this morning, but I can't say their name. It's like you don't know what person that person coming out of.
But you know what? So if we
And I don't want to say what sex they are, whether it's a male or female, because if I say who it is, the sex, you'll know you'll know whether it's that male or that female. But you don't know where that person coming from. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's gonna come out that person's mouth. You don't know
you can't
what
trust them.
you can't right.
You can't trust them. And so I want to just go back to what you were saying. Like you have people talk about plant lives, right? People who work in a plant, they may have a plant wife and then go home to their actual wife. They have full relationships in workplaces. No, I don't want to just say the plant, but just in workplaces, period. And so when you have people living double lives, then they are two different people. So I understand what you're saying because they live in two different lives.
Well, I have a work husband, okay, but I ain't got no nothing. I mean, he's my backbone. If I got a question about something, if I need help with a customer, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's maybe it shouldn't be called that, but I call my work husband because he got my back. If I need something, he got my back.
But it's
And
different
his
because
wife,
you don't
I
have a
love his
natural
wife.
husband. But
Right.
if you were married in the natural, you wouldn't have no work husband.
Oh no, I wouldn't. But he's married in the natural.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he probably don't call you his work wife, do he?
Yes, he does.
To his wife?
No, well, she knows that I'm the work wife, whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
me and her, we got
Y'all
a
cool?
we cool.
Oh, okay.
We got a relationship. You know what I mean? We're good.
Mhm.
I see her. We hug when she comes in. She speaks. She come over and talk. We have conversations.
Yeah, we don't play that in the Moore household. You ain't got no work nothing. You ain't got no
You
work
remember- that
wife, no
remind-
work husband.
That reminded me
Look,
what
this my
what the Anderson,
coworker.
what Nicole said. Jerry Nicole Anderson. Ain't no work husband. Ain't no work wife.
I know that's
Ain't not
right.
happen. Ain't no be no friend wife. I was like, you're right, sis.
That's it.
Yeah,
And look,
you
we
right.
co-workers.
You right.
Like we
So let me be
are
around somebody that
colleagues.
say that.
Like we colleagues. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's not lawful.
But that leads into our word of today, trust.
Yeah.
So if you are watching our show today, we just want to make sure that you comment. Let's engage with us today.
Mhm.
We got something we're giving away, not this week, but next week. We can talk about that later. But we got something we're actually giving away that you are not going to want to miss the show next week.
Yeah, y'all want to go.
But anyway, so trust, I always want to relate trust to the car business. So let's talk about trust.
Let's talk
So
about it.
3 ways to use trust in the car business is transparency.
Mm-hmm.
And that's clearly displaying the price of a vehicle and finance options, whether you're getting a warranty, whether you're getting a gap, explaining the process or explaining what it does,
Mm-hmm.
explaining what gap is, explaining what a warranty is, and walking you through that process, being honest and not having hidden fees. Too
Mm-hmm.
many times people sign up for things they don't understand what you're signing up for, or how does that product benefit me, or
Mm-hmm.
why am I paying this high interest rate on this vehicle? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and that's about trust. The second thing when I think about trust when it comes to the car business is um, honest and open communication.
Yeah.
If you have questions about something, do you ask those questions? I had a customer that bought. She made a major person purchase in her life, but she had already purchased. This was her third vehicle, right? But she actually got the car she wanted, and she had questions. We sat down and I did a consultation for a good 10 to 12 minutes. We had conversations about interest rate, about credit, about where she was going from here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, then we talked about you have a orange title, what a salvage title is. How your car is put back together, rebuilt,
Mm-hmm.
because the insurance company has said your car has been, it needs you need a new car. You put that car back together, whether it was in a flood, whether it was damaged, and
Mm-hmm.
they totaled it out. We talked about that because when she bought the car, she financed the car, and she had a salvage title, an orange title, and she didn't know what that meant. So the bottom line is that when you get a vehicle and say if it's worth, that car is valued at say $40,000,
Mm-hmm.
and they sell it to you for 25, which means you got 15,000. Is that right? 15? No, 20, 30. What is that?
Yeah,
40,
15,000.
$15,000 in equity.
Mm-hmm.
Mean to the in the positive,
Mm-hmm.
then something's wrong. You are never gonna buy a car and get that much equity in your car.
Well.
Not.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a big number too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to even know. But I like how you talked about honest and open communication because that's basically what trust is. Trust is the belief that someone or something is reliable,
Mm-hmm.
honest, and capable.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're capable to do what's right. That means that they have integrity. That means that they will keep their promises. That means
Mm-hmm.
that they will have your best interest at
Mm-hmm.
heart. And so as you sit and talk to those clients, you let them know, you know what, I'm being open and honest with you. But as a therapist, trust is foundational.
Mm-hmm.
It's foundational to the whole relationship. When any person comes into to see me, come before me, we kind of talk about what the purpose and the process of therapy is, and we talk about building rapport.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, trust is like building rapport to set the atmosphere to let them know that you can come here and you can
It's a
talk
safe
openly.
space.
It's a safe space,
Yeah.
and not only that, you can be honest and have open communication here. So I'm glad you brought that up because that is a big foundational piece in therapy, having open communication.
So talking about customer service, trust, and just being able to lay out what's going on in your heart or in your life.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at trust, anybody that comes to me that buys a car from me,
Mm-hmm.
they have the trust because once a person pulls your credit and they see all your issues, what you have, wow, all the issues that has happened to you, the things that happen in your life, they might now not know the full picture. And I lost my train of thought because I don't know, I got a little like teary eyed because not tears coming from my eyes, but I got a little like lost my thoughts was because it's people's business.
Yeah.
If you had
Personal.
personal, if you had a repossession a year ago, it's going to be on your credit report.
Yeah.
If you had a foreclosure a year ago, it's going to be on your credit report. If you charge your credit card off, it's going to be in your credit report. So three things: if your house go in foreclosure, it's going to be in your credit report. If you lose your house, it's going to be on your credit report. If your car is repossessed, it's going to be on your credit report.
Mm-hmm.
If your credit card you charged it off and you couldn't make your payment, it's going to be on your credit report.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't make your light bill payment, it's DTN, Michigan, Detroit, Edison, it's going to be on your credit report.
Yeah.
If you didn't pay your cell phone bill and you got in hard times, no matter what, it's going to be on your credit report. God, that was a lot I just said.
Yeah, but what I love about it is trust, like I said, is foundational in relationships, but it also fosters safety. So you got a little emotional when you got to talking about having personal information before you, because it's almost like their report card. It shows everything. But what trust does, it fosters safety. So the person sitting in front of you know that, guess what, this is my report card. She gets to see everything. But then what happens after
like
you
that.
see it?
I love that.
What happens after you
Yeah.
see it? Now you get to go to work
Yeah.
for the person that sits in front of you.
Yeah.
So when I say report card, sometimes we may not get our A's and B's. Sometimes
Woo.
we got C's and we got some D's.
We got
But
some
even
C's and
as-
D's.
Even as a C and D, I still can work with
Right.
you. You still can get into a position to get what you need.
But what my daddy always told me, he said, you know what? As long as I know you're doing the best and you tell me you did your best, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm not, and that's what I live by today. If I know that I'm doing my best, then what else can I do?
Yeah.
Right?
That's good.
But I know we need to take a break.
Yeah, I'm excited. We coming back with our own producer.
Coming back.
Yeah, Santi Lucas. So y'all be right back. Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Hi, it's Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet.
And I'm Joe Longhammer.
We're doing something special for tax season. You can get 5 free oil changes, or you can get an extra $500 for your trade-in, or you can get $500 extra for your down payment.
Regina can only handle 25 of these special deals every month.
Because I work personally on each loan to get the best deal possible.
When these 25 spots are gone this month, they're gone.
I'm Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and I'll get you approved. Come in and say, give me the queen, or go to thequeendeals.com.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, right in Waterford on Summit.
It's tax time, and we got 3 amazing offers for you.
Choose from 5 free oil changes
$500 extra for your trade.
or $500 towards your down payment.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right, I can only process 25 of these deals per month.
Metro Detroit, don't wait.
Call or text 248-266-9875, 248-266-9875. Hey, you know what? Before we come back, we need to, well, I guess we're back now, but next week we are giving away tickets to the Heritage Entertainment Presents Blues is All Right. Yeah, blues is all right. Yeah, blues is all right. Can you go with
Hey,
me?
you know
Yeah,
what?
blues
I'm
is
so
all right.
excited.
Yeah, blues is all right.
Hey,
Can we-
hey, the
yeah,
blues
blues
is
is all right.
Hey,
Yeah, blues
hey.
is all right. Hey.
Listen. Not only is the blues is all right. Listen,
Got a
they
little
have
dizzy.
Tucker. They have Pokey Bear, West Love, Ronnie Bell, J1, and King George. You want to get these tickets. This for March 29th at the Fox Theater.
Wait a minute,
in
did you just
Detroit.
beat me to just do all this?
Listen.
Did you just beat me?
I did. Listen, I know those of you that are watching and that will listen to the replay, y'all want to sing King George. I know y'all want to sing, right? The blues is all right. The Heritage Entertainment presents this. Tell them, Regina. When can they go?
Well, you already told them. So next Saturday, you got to be listening. We're gonna be hyping this up. We're gonna try to hype it up every day on our Facebook pages. But I'm probably gonna do that work. But we're gonna
That's
post.
crazy work. That's crazy
We're
work.
gonna post and we're gonna talk about it because next Saturday we are giving away. Actually, we got 4
We
tickets.
got 4 tickets.
4 tickets, but they have to
two,
go to
three,
one
four.
person.
Yeah, you gotta. So it
One
needs to be
person.
4 of y'all going together. So girls,
Get your boos.
listen.
Get your boo-boo.
4 tickets.
Get
So-
your boo boo. Get your husband.
this is
Get
grown
your wife. These are grown
fun.
folks. Get them.
Grown folks fun. So I'm gonna send this out to a few people I know that like King George. So they better hurry up and get on the live and watch us next Saturday.
But we got to think about what we're going to give. What actually going to be the question, how we're going to do it, because this ain't nothing we just going to just give away. Or, oh, we're giving away $25. We're giving away this. No, this is the bomb. March 29th, the bomb. 4 tickets.
The blues is
It's all right. The blues is all right.
Hey,
Can you go with me real
the
quick?
blues is all right.
Can you go with me quick?
But that's
Can you
the
say it with me
song.
together though?
But you gotta sing it. It'd be like it's hey hey, the blues is all right.
Hey, hey, the blues is all right. Don't
Get
it
on
sound
rhythm.
right?
Like, get on rhythm.
I don't have no
Hey,
beat.
Hey,
We
The blues
need
is
to get,
all
we need to
right.
get on with our show today.
come on, Santi. Santi, do you know it? Come on in, Santi. Help us out.
Here we
Do you
go.
know
Here
that?
we go. What's going on, ladies?
What's up? What's
The
up?
blues is
Santi?
all right.
Come on, Santi.
Come
You
on,
got
come
it.
on, Santi.
Hey,
Come on.
hey.
Hey,
The
blues is all right.
Was that
Hey,
BB King?
That
I mean,
was
come
it.
on now.
Come on now.
Go with us now. The blues is
It's
all
all
right.
right.
See, he got
The
it.
blues
Hey,
is all right.
hey,
Oh
see,
yeah.
you the one who
Where
ain't got
the Crown Royal at? See, that's all we missing.
Oh,
The
the
Crown
Crown
Listen, with the smoky room.
Wait,
Come
where's
on,
the-
stop
where's the
playing.
for real.
Listen, y'all already see our producer on, Asante Lucas. We're so excited to have him on with Effigy Media and Art. So
Is in the house.
Yes, I'm so excited. What's up? Good morning, Santi.
What's going on, ladies? Thank you for having me as a guest on Be in the Driver's Seat. I've been waiting for this like forever, but you know, I had to wait for it. But you know, it's all good. I'm here now. So
Listen, y'all see that was a little shade, y'all. Y'all
That
catch that
was.
shade this morning. So wait. So now that you in the driver's
Yes.
seat,
In
what's
the-
up? How I feel to be in the driver's seat?
you know, it feel pretty good. You know what I mean? Can I take the wheel, or Jesus gonna take the wheel? What we gonna do today?
How about wait? He gonna take the
Jesus
wheel.
gonna
You
take
gonna
the
sit
wheel,
next
yeah.
to him.
Okay. Well, you know, I'll be co-pilot with Jesus. You know, for sure. For sure.
Yes.
Yes, but yes, definitely happy to be here and be in the driver's seat. You know, being the guest and the producer and family. You know what I mean? We here
Yeah.
today.
But that's dope though. You the producer and the guest. Like you doing two duties at one time.
I
At
know,
right?
I know.
one time. At
I
one
know,
time.
I know.
It's smooth, y'all. Y'all see how he slid in on the side? Y'all see him? He done slid in
in.
on the side.
We do it up in here. We do it in here. We have a good time, and you ladies bring great content, great information to the city of Pontiac and
The
around the
pod.
metro area. Y'all doing it.
The pot.
This
know?
way, baby, we podcast.
Podcasting. Look at that.
Pod. So you know what? I want to go back to yesterday.
Okay,
You're live. I don't know. Was that a live or just did you do a video?
that was just a video.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just
So-
walking and talking.
So, I've stolen through Facebook,
Yeah.
and I seen Santi in the park, and I'm thinking he's walking a dog. I'm thinking it's a long leash. And I'm like excited. I'm like, ooh, he got a dog. I didn't know Santi had a dog, right? And and I'm like, well, who is holding the phone? And I'm like, he just keep walking. His hands just steady. Turns around, does something else. And I'm like, that gotta be a tripod.
That was just a selfie stick.
Listen, I was like, I was watching. You know, once y'all put me up on game that it was even up, I started watching, and I'm like, hey, good morning, good afternoon. Wait, what time is it, right? So I had to get it together. But you know what? I really like the fact that you brought us all in, even though that it was a video. It was almost like it was live, and I was
Really?
watching it. Yeah, it was like I was literally watching it, and this was late last night when I took a look at it.
After
Wow.
I told her about it at
Yeah.
11 something that night.
You know how people be always trying
Yeah.
to take the credit for stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they have to jump in and be like, eh. But you know what, Santi? I really want us to go back. I know we just kind of popped in and you started talking.
It's all good.
But kind of give the listeners down. I know if you live in the city of Pontiac and the surrounding cities, I know you know who Asante Lucas is. I know you know about Effigy. I know you know. But Santi, give us a little background. How you started from where and now you're here. Let's
All
talk
right.
about it.
Well, it's
Started
crazy.
from here, now you're here.
It's crazy because I started. Basically, I was in the mortgage industry for 20 years
Really?
before I
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, Regina didn't know that. You see her head just went
Wait
to
a
the
minute, hold
left.
on.
She was
Yeah.
like to the left, to
Yeah.
the left.
Basically from the age of 17 to the age of 36,
Come
37. I was
on
20
here.
years, and I was like a mortgage loan officer, a DE underwriter. I was concentrated on finance.
Mm-hmm.
But my last job actually was basically at UWM.
Okay.
Before it was UWM that we know today. You know what I'm
So-
saying?
So you mortgage originator, where were you a mortgager? What company were you a mortgage originator? at?
Flagstar.
Flagstar.
Flagstar. Then I went to Chase. Bank, Michigan Mutual down in Southfield, and then Reggie Wins had.
I was gonna say,
like,
were you with Reggie? Because Reggie is your cousin, right?
Yep. He's my brother-in-law, basically.
Shout out to
All right.
Reggie Wins
Yeah,
and the All Stars. Wait, what's it?
Rising Stars.
Rising Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got, you know what? We got to get Reggie on. Can you get? Can
I
you make that
definitely can.
happen?
I would
definitely
love to
can.
have
need to
Big Brother Reggie
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Make that happen
I definitely
in
can.
April.
Yeah, definitely.
We
Get it.
Definitely.
know,
Reggie, shout out to Reggie. This is a call out
I
to
feel
Reggie.
like
And
we are. I
Danielle.
feel like we fighting today.
Let me shout out
Wait a minute, I
Danielle,
feel like
his
we
wife.
fighting.
Yeah.
Come on, Danielle.
That's
I love
family.
you, sis.
I feel like we fighting today.
I don't fight.
Well, I feel you got your boxing gloves on today.
I don't have to
You know
fight.
why?
I don't have to fight.
Because I said I had a favorite word, and you was like, not today. Y'all don't want to hear that word. I probably said about 6 times when I came in.
Oh, Lord. My Lord. Help.
But yeah, I mean,
It was a bad word. It was a cuss word.
It was not a pleasant word.
It was a cuss word. If anybody
Uh-uh.
knows the queen, they know I got a little mouth if they know me.
Potty mouth. I mean,
Potty,
it's the
potty.
worst ever, guys.
Okay, wow, really?
Come on, Sati. What was you
What?
saying? I love her, though.
well, more or less. I mean, I that's where I started, but I kind of got to the point where I got as far as I could go. You know what I mean? I knew and I always had a passion for pictures and all that type of stuff because my dad was into it. But so I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to transition while I'm young enough and still got a little bit of energy. So I'm gonna try to do something different. And really, one of the first people that gave me an opportunity or a chance was the Queen of Carlones.
All right.
So
Queen?
yeah.
Shout out to the queen, Regina the Queen.
And I'm being straight up, Regina was the only one really doing a platform like this one. Back then, it was like nobody was doing it. You know what I mean? So she was really the first one. I reached out to her. It took a minute. You know what I mean? But we got together.
You know the one.
Tell the truth.
And shame the devil, right?
That's right.
Right.
You know what? The great thing about you, you know what? You're consistent, and sometimes, well, with me, if anybody knows me, it's hard. It's hard for me to let somebody in, to get close, to real close. You know, you can. You know, I sell cars. This is what I do. I talk. I communicate. I'll let you in.
Right.
But you're like here. You were here, and when you let a person that's on 9 Mile in Detroit or in Florida
Yeah.
in, or in Tennessee, that's like being in different states. So I let you in, and you got started getting in when we were doing the bottom line, right?
Bottom line. Yeah.
And then after the bottom line, you know, we went our separate ways and did different things. But God brought us back,
Yeah.
and when things happen, you got to be able to let things go.
Yeah.
When I say let things go, because sometimes you're in 2 different lanes, and the honesty and the things that when you're good at your craft, then that automatically there.
Yeah,
And you are the man, and you in your lane,
Oh,
and
wow.
nobody can compete in your lane.
Wow.
But the thing about it, though, let me just say this, is that sometimes you got to get out your own way.
Yeah.
And you had to get out your own way, just like I had to get out my own way, because Dr. T said, she said, you know what? We need to go to podcasting. This is what we need to do. So I had to get out my own way in order to be in this seat and just comfortable. So when I came in this morning going on, I was on 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I was on 100, right? Because I'm comfortable. What's she looking like? Dr. T? That's a shame. But so anyway, the floor is yours, right?
Yeah.
The floor is back to yours.
Right.
Thank you.
know. Okay.
What?
I love that though. Wait, let me just say
Yeah,
this.
go ahead.
I love the transparency. I love that when you grow, you can come forth and say, you know what, I had to get out my own way. I had to, and that's what trust does. That's what reliability does. That's what self analyzing does. It says, you know what, I need to look at me. And guess what? If this means getting out of my way to do what God has called me to do, let me do that. Because you guys do realize that it is not by accident
Right.
that we're here on Saturday morning.
Right.
You know, if there's just one, I see somebody watching now. We're helping somebody. Somebody's getting something out of what we're sharing and the guests that we're bringing on, and even the work that Santi does with us. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you too, Regina. You both for getting out of your way.
So Santi,
What's up?
when you look at success, what does success look like for you?
Now I look at it different than I did maybe a year ago. You know what I mean? I look at it now as just being healthy. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, I don't really look at it as a monetary goal anymore. I more look at it as being able just to, the basic things. Success is being able to get up on my own,
Amen.
wash myself up on my own, you know what I mean? Do
Yeah.
basic things and be able to, like, you know, take care of myself, take care of my family. It doesn't have to be a super rich or nothing like that. I do like nice things and I do want nice things. But what is important to me now is really my health or my faith. My faith, number one, my health, and you know, my family. And I always say, keep God first, family second, and you third. And in that order, you should never be made last, because the last is always made first. So I kind of just try to live my life, not putting me on the back burner.
That's
That's
the
the
word
word.
right there.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
Oh, keep God first, family second, and you third. And in that order, you should never be made last, because the last is always made first.
Ooh,
That's the word.
that's the word.
The first shall be made last.
Yeah.
The
So
last shall be made first. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the last shall be made first.
So that's what success means to me, just trying to be right with God at this point. You know what I mean? And whatever relationships that I have had in the past, or sometimes, like you said, we got to come back to ourselves, you know, mature. And I
Yeah.
had to, you know, and
We got to get out our own way.
yeah, yeah. And
I have to do that quite often still.
and Dr. T, I'm just as surprised as maybe Regina as that we linked back up. I'm happy that we did. I didn't think we was, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that we did.
Wait a minute, look. Wait a minute, hold on. See my finger?
Yeah. She said, let's link, huh?
Cause her, we had
Divine
conversations.
connection.
Yeah.
We had,
Yeah.
Divine
we had
connection.
conversations.
Yeah.
We had late night conversations, morning conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I fought her probably about 90 days, didn't I?
Really?
I mean, I did. Not like for
I
you.
get it. I get it.
Not for you, but
just to come out
just
of
to come out.
you know, just to change platforms.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was
Yeah,
difficult,
platform.
but change is difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so let's kind of get into that. Like I see that, you know, we talking about successes, but also failures. Sometimes you have to go through some things that did not necessarily work so that you can come into a space like we in today. So let's kind of talk about some of the failures that you've had to endure throughout this journey.
Well, you know, failures is like kind of almost like money. It's almost all relative to me. Failures is a success, you know what I mean?
It
Because you're
is.
trying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been times like when I first got in here, it was a mess. It was a wreck. I didn't know what I was doing. But my failures really has came far as sometime, I would say things that disappointed me a lot of times was maybe things that I was doing too much of. Sometimes it just, you know,
For instance, give us an example of something that you was doing too much of.
giving too much of myself.
Mm.
You know, and that, you know, I ain't gonna say it 100% was a failure, but it takes a toll on you mentally and physically.
Yeah.
You know, and then
You're doing too much for someone or for
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
You're giving too much.
giving too much. Not saying that they not worth it or they, you know, it's not deserving, but if you're doing too much at a hindrance to yourself a little bit.
That's good.
So I mean, I don't want to say that's a failure. I learned that lesson before it was way too late. But far as failures, I have plenty. You know what I mean? I don't. But again, failures are relative. Failures are relative. What I consider a failure is somebody's success. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to look at life a total different way from way I used to look at it. You know?
Yeah, I embrace failure. I mean, and when I say that, I mean, I wake up to win, right? But I do realize that everything we do in life, it's not always going to go the way that we may want it to go, but you can learn a lesson in everything. There's a lesson in everything. And so what can I learn from this space? You know, even though I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, what did I learn here? There's nothing wasted. There's nothing that we go through that's wasted. But I want to talk about, you talked about walking in here and it was a mess. This was a dream. This was something, you know, like Biggie said, it was all a dream, right? And so when things are just a dream, you got an open space. You don't have things on the wall. You don't have the equipment. Like what drives you to keep going when you didn't have what the necessary tools to even go?
Well, I mean, what drove me to continue to do is just that I knew that I didn't put a plan B. This was it. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I was in the mortgage business for like 20 years. I've been out for so long that if I had to go back, then I'm starting from zero. I wasn't going to start from where I left off. So I'm like, you know, I've been doing this. I'm going to trust in God. And I don't want to be churchy, but, you know, I point everything back to God because He saves my life. He saves
you
my
did,
finance.
Regina?
You know what I mean?
You see what she did?
do.
She talked about churchy.
I wouldn't even
And
go.
so
I
he
was
was
just
like,
gonna-
he don't want to be churchy.
Hold on,
but
I was
you
doing
know
this. Hold
what?
on, hold
To
on.
God be
Right.
the glory.
Churchy.
What you know, I'm
Churchy.
first to say that I ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? But
Come
I'm
on.
just saying that I knew that I had no other option. I had to go ahead and come in here and make it work. And this actually fell in my lap, so I feel like it had some divine type of intentions.
When you say it fell in your lap, what do you mean?
I was looking for a place, and then every place I was looking for was too expensive. And one day this real estate agent, she got in touch with me, said, blah, blah, this space right here. I went and looked at it, and as you see, it's literally the pod. And I'm like, what can I do with this space? You know what I mean? But I found a way to make it work, and it took me a good year to figure out how to have it work in here.
A lot of sleepless nights, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what you're gonna do, how you're gonna put it
Even
together.
slept in here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But just look like even the evolving of it since we started. There has been an evolving that has happened since we came through the door. So I see that the grind doesn't stop. So it seems like you're always trying to think of ways to make the pod even more comfortable.
Well, I want to make y'all happy.
Oh, that's good.
That's what my key thing is, and that's what one of the things I learned in corporate America. It's not about me. It's about that's what I really learned from corporate America. It's about who patronizes you. Money is not easy to come by. Somebody gives you some money, they want something for it, and you know what I mean. And we can be family or friends. It don't make a difference. You still gotta make sure that person is comfortable and taken care of. And so that's what I really concentrate on.
So one of the reasons why, it wasn't my idea to bring you on. It was all Dr. T's, and I believe that was a brilliant idea. But when I looked at it, and I said, well, we having our producer on. I was like, that's a great idea, is because we want to encourage people to come to the pod. We want to encourage people to comfortable enough to come into your space, right? Because people don't know it's easy to do this if you are born to do it. I'd say it's easy because it's what we do, right?
It's what we do, but there's a level of work and commitment that comes with this. And so when I think about when we say God makes things look easy, but this is innate for you, Regina. You've been doing radio and you've been doing radio. You've been doing TV. You've been doing media things for years. So it's easy for you, but it's more than just showing up. There's a preparation. There's to get your mind right, because for 3 years straight, we have been consistent. We have not missed a Saturday or a Monday, or whether it was 6 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. We've had mornings where we started at 4 a.m. And so when I think about that, that's a cost. That's currency. That's something that you have to spend, and that's an exchange that you got to be willing to do. And a lot of people are not willing to be, to do what it takes to get where you at.
So in other words, she just pumped my brakes a little bit. If you guys didn't notice when I said it's easy, I mean, anytime you want anything and you put God first and you pray about it, you be consistent, it's going to automatically come. If you consistent. But let me just say this. I have had people, I'm going to just give an example right here. And so I was at work, and we're going to do a video together, right? Me and a few of the ladies at work. And one of my coworkers came in, and they want, I invited her in to help out with to come with the video, to be in the video with us, right? And she wanted to do it. She took over, and I was like, well, we inviting you in. But I was like, okay. But when my coworker, they looked at me like, no, she didn't. But she came over. She put a filter on the video. It's a mess. When I looked at, I sent it to the lady that actually does my editing for my videos. But when I looked at it, after I thought I forgot I sent it to my editor, right? So when I look back at it, I'm like, that video is a mess. I went to my coworker the next day, the one that's my I'm gonna call my little sister at work in the corner, and the filter was a mess, right? So what I'm saying is you have to know the quality and the things that you're doing, because our concern when we do anything, we want perfection. We want it to be good quality. We just don't want to pop up, right? So the things we do, we got to be professionalism,
Right.
right? The look is important. Everything is important.
And the content.
Right, and the
yeah.
content. But people
Yeah.
think that, okay, you put a filter on it. No. It didn't look, it wasn't even a good filter.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, we got the same type of phone.
And it's so and that's the reason why you need producers and people who know what they doing.
Right. People to have your
and
back.
then, but then again, you need somebody like you, Regina, who has an eye for that after
Yeah.
having years of experience doing it. And so it goes back to, like what Santi was saying when I was asking him, like what drives him. But this is more than just a passion. When it's something inside of you, and you don't even know it's there, it's laying dormant, because many of us got things laying dormant inside of us that have yet to awaken because we're still alive. But when there's a dream and there's a desire to do it, if, like you said, if you put God first, and if you are willing to do the work, because this is not easy. And I mean, it took some time. So what's the future looking like? Like, what's going on next?
Well, the future is basically wide open. Really, I mean, a lot of the things that I wanted to do is, and I'm glad that the city of Pontiac, because I do a lot of close work with them. But I'm glad I had an opportunity to work with them, and I could say over the last 4 or 5 years, the production value has gotten better. I just always wanted to see Pontiac like compete on the level of Auburn Hills, Waterford, Novi, because I know how those places operate. So I would like to continue to go ahead and continue the city of Pontiac whenever they call on me. But I would like to go ahead and continue to expand and not only just do this or have this location, have another location and bring my sons in.
Yes.
And my daughter, if they so interested. But I just really want to be able to continue this thing going on where it runs without me. Because what I've seen actually working in the mortgage business at United Wholesale, Flagstar Bank, see, I started there when nobody really know what they were. Those were legacy businesses. Those were family businesses. So I was like, you know what? That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah. And I wanted this to continue, and I wanted to be a legacy business.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's good.
How I'm gonna get there, I really don't know. But if I continue, because I ain't that smart enough to know what I'm doing a lot of times. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all.
A lot of us are not.
I just keep going forward. And, I wanted to become a legacy business and teach my kids as much as I can. And, sometimes, how kids is. They late to the party sometimes.
Party to the party. But, I love that you mentioned legacy, because you think about it, like all of those banks and places are still open. They still generating wealth.
Yeah.
Right? And so what can you leave in the earth realm that can continue to generate wealth well after you gone?
Right.
Trust, integrity, those things. When people speak my name, I want it to be associated with trust, integrity, credibility, a safe space. Like, I want my name to be associated with those type of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And you kind of want, and even those intangible things, those things that you can't touch but feel and see and resonate in the soul, but you want something tangible to leave. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I mention this, like my father's not here anymore. So when he passed, he didn't have much to pass on. And I saw the pain in his eyes that he like, son, I really ain't got nothing to give you like that. And it didn't bother me, but it bothered him.
Yeah.
He was dying. And so I was like, that kind of gave me motivation. Like, I gotta work on something. I gotta do something. If it's something just a little bit I can give.
So is this you
tangible.
honoring him?
In a way. Yeah, because he the one that used to take all the pictures all the time at the family event. Now I'm the one. Now I'm with the guy with the video camera all the time, getting on people's nerves. Wow. So, but that's where I'm at with it.
So what's one thing that you would tell an entrepreneur, someone that's just starting in their business, they want to be like you, or they've been watching you for years?
Don't waste your money.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean? Eating out all the time, going out, buying the latest, this and that. And it's like, it's echoing what a lot of, the previous people have said that came on here. You got to really be on a budget. Your budget, this month I might have 5,000, next week or next month 100. It fluctuates on who your clientele is. So you got to really watch your budget, pay your bills ahead of time. So if you got a rent, mortgage, if you got a good lump sum of money, pay your rent up maybe 2 or 3 months.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Good advice.
And that's what I do. I pay my bills ahead of time. I'll be broke all 2 weeks, but I'll pay.
But
everything.
your bills are paid.
They're paid.
Not paid, but paid up.
And that's how I've been able to
you
stay
paving
free.
it forward.
Yeah, that's how I've been able to be free for the last however many years I've been free. I pay my bills up. I might look like I got a little bit of change, but it's paid up. Everything is
Right.
paid up,
Right.
and I'm walking around with lint balls. But you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
you know, I mean, not literally, but you know, I just know how to compartmentalize my money
That's
and make sure
That's
you
a
do
good
that.
nugget. I like that. I like that. I never knew that about. That's
Yeah,
a huge nugget
Yeah.
For someone that's young, old, in middle age.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
pay your
Pay
bills ahead
ahead.
of time.
Yeah, pay ahead.
Yep.
That's a nugget, a legacy nugget too.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, and when we were talking about legacy, I immediately thought about you, Regina, because
Mm-hmm.
you talked about your father often working with GM.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like a legacy. Like he left that work ethic
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he left that. And now you got a chance to look at that and now you're selling GM products. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When it comes to legacy, though, it's not always materialistic. What you
That's
leave,
true.
tangible. It's
Right.
not about that.
Right.
It's what they instilled in you.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And your dad instilled some good quality things in you, right? And I'm saying, I mean, I don't never met your dad, never saw a picture of him, but he left that in you. And now you see now how you can leave the legacy with the kids
Yeah.
of training your kids to actually your children to actually do what you do.
Yeah.
Because to say you have another spot, you want to do that, you want to be able to run when you're not here.
Yeah.
And that's strong. But let me just say this. I don't know if I'm gonna be anybody comfortable with somebody taking your place. I'm just gonna tell
I
you.
feel you. I
So,
feel you.
You can be somebody in, but you know when you're in the pod, you just gotta be careful who you bring in the pod.
Absolutely.
Just like
I done turned down
Yeah.
business before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
it's a
for
certain
sure.
it's a certain type of. I don't want to sound uppity, but it's just a certain type of business I want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I don't think that's uppity. I think that's just a standard. And I think we all should have standards.
Yeah.
We should all have boundaries, standards, and we should all want to run our businesses in a way that's pleasant and with a level of excellence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, all business not good business because I have had customers that people have wanted to buy cars from me, and we not on the same page. They're like, oh, you can buy cars somewhere else. They be like, huh?
That's a
I
boundary.
mean, you can
That's
buy
a
one, you can
boundary.
buy from somewhere else. You know why?
Right,
Because
yeah.
I don't want to hear your mouth.
That's a boundary.
I mean, it's all good. So
But ain't it funny, Regina? At one point in time, you wasn't there. You would
No.
take anybody to come want to buy a car.
Yeah.
You because you felt like you needed it, but your
Yeah.
experience has showed you that
Yeah.
I don't need to take everybody's money.
Nope, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And at times now, when I see people that are that know me, that I see on a regular basis, and they're driving the product that I sell, and I used to get mad. Like, I'll make a comment, blah blah blah.
Oh,
and,
dear.
I still do that, right? But I look at it like this is maybe that what business wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to give it to me or want to give me a chance. Then bye, Felicia. It's okay.
Right. Right.
I'm still cool with you. We still good.
Right.
But the back of my mind, I'm like,
Yeah. Mental note.
mental note.
Yeah.
So we got a
Mental note.
comment here from Miss T.D. Lou. Is that a family member?
Yeah.
Is that your wife?
Yeah. That's how.
Oh, well, good morning, Miss
Hey.
Lucas. So she said, when you have things paid and in place, it also gives you a peace of mind. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's nothing like worrying how something is going to get paid.
Yeah.
That is a good response. That's true. I like peace of mind. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the pursuit of happiness. You always get going after it.
And that was the movie Pursuit of Happiness.
It was with
Yeah.
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
With Will
and-
That was a
Smith and
motivation,
yeah.
actually. A movie for me, actually, when I was trying to, make my because it was very hard, and like, just trying to come from a corporate place into trying to do my own thing. Like I said, if I didn't have, I'll be honest with you, if Regina didn't give me the opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
be straight up, there was nobody else. She gave me the opportunity really to learn, make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And probably more mistakes than I probably should have had made. But and we learned together in certain ways. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
there was,
Yeah,
like
we
I
did.
say, nobody that was doing this in order for me to learn. I was practicing on myself a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I actually needed somebody to do things for. And she was actually the only one around here that was doing it.
Well, we talked about the power of the internet too, boy. I mean, where we were.
The power of the internet.
Man,
I'm laughing because, the speed was so
Oh
bad.
my God, yeah, it was terrible.
And we would be in there cussing,
Yeah, it was.
because we couldn't get the right internet connection. It just wasn't.
And the technology really wasn't where it
Technology
is
was-
now. You know what I mean? Like how we bring in guests now virtually and stuff. That really, we had to rig it to kind of make it work. Back
And we were trying to do commercials, and like now it's bought in real easy.
it's very, yeah.
Bringing in commercials, we're
Yeah,
trying to
it
get
is.
people to pay or do this or do that. People didn't want people. I mean,
They would not invest.
you know what? But see, just the thing. This the thing. I'm not just gonna say Pontiac. I'm gonna say the world.
Mhm.
People want. We make stuff look easy, and I did say earlier, and I got to take that back out my mouth. Take it back, but I know I can't because it's gonna. I see a replay.
Yeah, we replaying this.
Right. Easy. We make stuff look easy, but this ain't easy. The things that we do, the preparation. Now I can get where I can get in the car, and I could be in the car for 10 or 15 minutes, and I could prepare. We can talk about things during the week for what we do, but some segments of the show I can just prepare in 15 or 20 minutes. And before I couldn't do that
Yeah,
because my mind wasn't right.
right.
I mean, I wasn't right where I didn't know. I was trying to figure out how we're gonna get here, there, and I stress a lot.
Me too.
I do.
Me too.
And if you don't know, if I don't know how I'm gonna get from A to Z, and it's gonna be some issues in the time in between, I got a problem with it, right? So thank God for Dr. T. Let's give Dr. T her flowers too today.
No, I'm giving flowers today because
No,
it's
you're not.
Women's National International Month. So we're giving flowers to the Queen because Santi just gave you a shout out, and I have to agree with him because you was the initiator.
Yeah.
You were the initiator. So I know you're trying to give me a shout out, but let me give you a shout out. Great job. Thank you for being the forerunner for a lot of media stuff that you see now.
And I'd like to thank you, Dr. T. I
Mm-hmm.
know you guys are joined by the hip, but I thank you for being who you are to to Regina, and being the woman that you are and helping so many people that you do, the type of woman that you are. I always know who you were, but I got a chance to know you a little bit while you've been here.
In the pod.
Yeah.
What
In the
goes
pod.
on in the pod.
In the pod.
stays
But,
in the
you,
pod,
but,
right?
but you're a sweet lady, and you're a good lady,
Man.
and
Man.
that shows. You know what I mean? So
Well,
give a
thank
shout
you,
out to
Lord.
you.
Thank you.
So we gotta go on. We gotta segue on into our current events today.
Yeah, we got some current events.
But I do want to say this: if you're watching the show, we are giving away tickets next Saturday. We're giving 4
Don't
tickets
go
away.
yet, Santi.
okay.
Because if people want to contact him, we got to tell them how to contact him
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, that's right. How do they reach you if they want to
Get in the pod.
get in the pod
Sure.
or for
you
your
wanna get in
services?
the driver's
Right.
seat, y'all can hit Santi up too and say, you know what, I was watching. I want to get in the driver's seat. He got direct access to us.
Direct.
We can give you a pair of keys too.
For sure. But yeah, you can just get in touch with me even through like the Queen and Dr. T, be in the driver's seat, or you can, reach me directly through Facebook, because I know primarily most of the people that I deal with is, on Facebook. So you can DM me, but 248-818-3786. I'll put that on the screen in a moment. And also Effigy Images. That's EFFIGY images.com. You can go to the website, schedule, and just see my products and services. I do a lot of stuff with real estate, as far as filming, it's political season. So I've got a political package out there for everybody that's running for something. I do a lot of promotional video, live. I do a plethora of everything, you know what I mean? All things media. So please reach out to me, and I'm pretty sure I can help you. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yay. All right, Regina, who we got? We got some current events, everybody.
So I do want to say again, next weekend, next Saturday, we're giving away 4 tickets to the Motor City Blues Festival.
Come on,
Festival.
hey.
That
The
blues is all right.
right.
hey. So it's a Heritage Entertainment presents Blues is All Right. Southern Soul and Blues at its finest. And who are our guests? Who's in the house that night at the Fox?
I don't know.
Oh, come on now. You gave the name.
So listen, if you are interested, you better be listening next week. We got Tucker, we got Pokey Bear, Westlove, we have Ronnie Bell, Jaywan, but guess what? We got King George. He will be in the building. That is on Saturday, March 29th at the Fox Theater at 7 p.m. That is 4 tickets, and you don't want to miss it. You better watch next week.
So what that means is one person gets the 4 tickets. And the reason that is because it's a link that you'll get and you have to download it. So remember now it's not about people don't get tickets no more. You don't get those paper tickets. You get a link now. They saving millions of dollars now. They're not printing tickets. They are sending a link and then you download it to your phone. So that's why one person gets 4 tickets. We just need to figure out how we're going to be giving them away. But who do we have next week, our guest next week?
So next week we have Genesis Maple that will be on. So you all do want to watch. She is an entrepreneur and she has a wonderful planner that she's promoting, and she has some other things that she's doing. This young lady is phenomenal, and she has been making her mark in the city of in Metro Detroit. So you don't want to miss next week for Genesis Maple. And so we have a few current events on Saturday, March 22nd from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Brotherhood is having a breakfast meeting, and it's called As a Man Thinketh. We have the host, Mr. Andre Charlie, who is a licensed therapist. He was on Being a Driver's Seat a while back, but he is the host, and it will be a catered event. You will have the Gilmore Experience catering this event, and there is a small donation of $10. So if you are interested in going to the Brotherhood's breakfast, please, 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 you want to call 248-600-5737. Again, that's 248-600-5737. Or you can go to info@changedetroit.org. info@achangedetroit.org. This is on March 22nd from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's at EQUYP at 8126 Greenfield Road in Detroit, Michigan, 48228.
So Reggie Harris is going down. He's having his first birthday party. Can we get 5 of y'all to come celebrate with him? It's going to be special. Come out to a good cause. It is join Reggie Harris for his first ever birthday party kickoff for the Tammy Marie Cancer Support Fund. This is Reggie's wife, which was one of my classmates that I actually grew up with. I remember when Reggie and Tammy first started dating. And, they've been with each other forever. I think over, 30 years, 35 years?
Well over 30 years.
Yeah. So he's having a birthday party, first ever birthday party in celebration of her life, but starting the Tammy Marie Cancer Support Fund. It would be at the Crowford, which is 1 South Saginaw, downtown Pontiac, March 29th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's a cash bar, free admission, and special guests. So if you have any questions or anything, you can go to Reggie page and he has a flyer there, and you can also donate. It's a Cash App QR code there. So go check it out, because it's during the time of day where I consider like a day party, right? It's from 3 to 8.
Yeah,
So you can go after work, or I work on Saturdays, but I'll be out of town that weekend. But you can go, and it's from 3 to 8, and so you can have your event, right? You can go to another party after.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the Monarch Circle presents Turquoise and Tiaras. This is our yearly event, and this is Chucks and tutus. So women, rock your favorite pair of all-star Chuck Taylors and your tutu. And this is happening on April the 13th from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Palazzo Grand at 54660 Van Dyke Avenue in Shelby Township. Listen, you don't want to miss this event. I need you to go to Eventbrite right now and type in Turquoise and Tiaras and get your ticket. The theme is deeper, and the host is Tanisha, the bestseller Johnson. Tanisha, the bestseller Johnson. We have some phenomenal people that will be on the panel. I'll sit on that board. You do not want to miss this event. Eventbrite, go now and get your tickets for April the 13th.
Go now.
Go now.
Go now. Any last words?
Yes, well, I got one more.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, the River presents Healing Hearts, a conference on grief. We are having a grief conference on Saturday, April the 26th. This is a free a free workshop, on grief. So it's from 12 to 3 p.m. on April the 26th, and the location is 17235 Middle Belt Road in Livonia, 48152. If you want to attend this free event, please go to allthingsmentalhealth365@gmail.com and let us know that you're coming.
Well, you know, we had a great show this week. What's that, Saturday? We have a great show every Saturday, but we want to encourage, if you want to be on our show, you want to be in the driver's seat, reach out to one of us on our Facebook page, inbox us, and if you want to be a part of the podcast family, Effigy Media Arts Company, you want to be a part, hit Santi up on one of his social media platforms, and you guys have a great day, have a great week, and
Happy Saturday,
Happy
everybody.
Saturday.
See you later.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, right in Waterford on Summit.
It's tax time, and we got 3 amazing offers for you.
Choose from 5 free oil changes
$500 extra for your trade.
or $500 towards your down payment.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right, I can only process 25 of these deals per month.
Metro Detroit, don't wait.
Call or text 248-266-9875, 248-266-9875.